I thought in the first period we had nonsensical giveaways, really not really under pressure. I thought other than that we were actually going. I thought we had some jump, especially up front. Well, for sure up front we had jump, and for whatever reason we had some giveaways that were unneeded. I didn't love us. I didn't like us in the second, I should say. We spent too much time in our end in the third. I liked us so.
With Peter, I mean, not a great first goal, or the goal he gave up, but after that, I think he did everything he could to.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, he gave up one. You know, you got to score more than 0 to win. So, I thought he had a good game.
Too much space for their guy on that goal.
Yeah. We had two guys kind of protecting middle ice. They both kind of covered the same guy, so he was able to walk off. I mean, it wasn't a big time chance. I mean, it was still from the dots or whatever, but he definitely had too much time.
You had a couple moments where you pressured Blues net, got some chances. Did you think overall you made it hard enough on Hunting?
Not in the second. You know, I thought in the first we did. I thought in the third we did, not in the second. I thought in the first we had a good amount of pucks around the cage and rebounds and created chaos from getting the puck to net. And I thought in the third we did the same thing in the second. I thought we had opportunities to, and we didn't get the puck to net. If you don't get the puck to the net with bodies to the net, you don't create enough chaos. But that in the first and the third. I mean, understand they've got a real good decor, so they make it as hard on you as you know. It's one of the better decors in the league. So it makes it hard on you. So given what we were up against in that decor, I thought we were able to create some decent looks. They're not going to give you easy ones because the decor is real good.
How tough are those early period goals that you give up today? And it seems like this team does kind of give up a lot of those.
Well, we have. I mean, that's a fact. You know, we can't hide from that. We've given up way too many first goals. I don't know where we're at in the league now. At some point, we're one of the worst at that. So it makes it hard. I mean, then you're playing from behind. Then you can't afford another mistake, or you need big saves. And you know, if that game's 0-0, it's a different looking game. So it's hard to give up that first one. But with that said, you know, we've been in that spot, and I think we've played fairly well from that spot. You got to be able to deal with it if it happens.
When Brendan Smith gives up that puck with no one around him, what goes through your mind?
You know, I mean, from my standpoint, first of all, I know none of our players want to do that. Second of all, you know, we correct and teach. That's what you do as a coach. You correct and teach. So that's what we'll continue to do.
Is that one of the giveaways you were referring to?
Just, I'm not sure the particular one you're talking about, but again, we can't. You know, we had times in the first where we gave pucks away that we didn't need to.
Jeff Larkin played a little bit with Z and Mantha. Did you like what you were seeing from him tonight? Well,
Z and Tats, I switched Mantha and Larks because you know I thought Larks had a little more compete in him tonight. So I thought you know the third period was one of Larks' best periods. You know, I mean, I think you guys have seen it. Whoever we put was Z. He generally plays pretty good. First of all, they get lots of ice time, and second of all, he's a real good center still. So. I thought Larks had a good jump in the third, and that was one of his better periods in a while. Now, I also would say this. I see him doing tons of good stuff. I see him doing the types of things that it takes for long-term success that you guys won't see. It won't show up on the score sheet, but he's stopping on pucks. He's playing from the defensive side of the pucks. Those types of things are critical in order to be a real good player in the league, and I think he's really taken steps forward.
Z was saying you guys are close. I mean, but the record over the last 12 games, I believe you lost 10 of them. Just do you feel that same?
Well, I don't think there's any doubt we're close. We're close every single game. I mean, you look through the games. Anybody that's with us every single night knows that it's a play here and a play there. That's what the reality is. We've been close in all. You know, whatever games you rattle off, we've been close in all. But I think the Washington game was the only game I didn't like at all. Other than that, we've been there. We got to turn those into W's. Now, what's happened doesn't matter. There's not one thing we can do about what's happened. What we can do is come Friday, get better, and win a hockey game on Saturday. That's our singular focus right now. I know we're doing enough stuff to win hockey games. We've got to find a way to take that next step in them. But it doesn't start by thinking about the past. It's moving forward.